Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we beat the Montreal Canadiens yet again in the Eastern Conference Finals yet again in 5 games yet again. What a playoffs it's been so far. Our forwards doing great, our defense, they're putting up points, though, which is good. First round, we beat the Islanders in 5. Game 1 victory, piece of cake. Game 2, 6-5 OT win. It was a barn burner, but our goalie did exactly what he needed to do in that game. Rest of the playoffs, 8-3 loss, 8-1 victory. 3-2 OT win, and we sealed the deal there. Stressful game because we were facing one of our former goalies in Boro. Can't remember his first name because I don't care. Round 2 started off a bit weird. Game 1 loss against the Washington Capitals. Game number 2, 6-3 victory. Then we win 3 straight. Another OT win, 4-3 against the Capitals. We then lose 2 straight. And at that point, I had lost all hope. We were going into the dumpster fire. We are the dumpster fire. We are the Detroit Red Wings of the last decade. An absolute dumpster fire. And I thought I was proven right. Through 2 periods, it was 3-0 in Washington's favor. And I don't know what I said. I don't know what Captain Jeffrey Woodworth said to his teammates. Boys, go out there. I don't know what kind of accent I'm saying. He said, go out there, play hockey. Don't play like you're playing behind this team because you are the team. 63 regular season wins. It shines. We tie the game late. Carol Hansel wins it. Very, very late. And then in the Eastern Conference Finals, who we faced plenty of times, the Montreal Canadiens take an easy 6-3 game number 1 victory. And I'm thinking, maybe do we go with Max Gerber? Because Kavanagh had been bad the majority of the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. He's been good in OT so far. He's trying to prove himself from last year and the year before where he lost in Game 7 of OT. Both years. I don't know what it was. He was not great that series. Our goal scoring really carried us. If we did not have a few key players on this team, we would not be in the position we are. Just like every other good team, Owen. What kind of point was that? Never mind. But we walk away with the Game 5 victory. And now we are facing one of our oldest rivals. I'll get into the history in a moment. I want to show you how our players did that round. And I want to say Jeffrey Woodworth is a living legend. A living legend. 25 points in 17 games. I don't know what his most ever is in the postseason, but it's probably a lot. 32. That might be one of his best ever. 32 looks to be his cap. Wow. He's good. He's playing with even better players. Matthew Savoie. 17 goals in 17 games. I don't know what to say. Jesus, he's good. I keep underrating this guy. He's a playmaker, apparently, but he's scoring like frickin' Wayne Gretzky in the 80s. He signed up for 2 more years at 10. He's worth it. 34 years of age? My God. He's so good. What else is there to say? He is that damn good. And I'm hoping to see the same from last series in this series. Joshua Waugh quietly having a very, very good Eastern Conference Finals. 8 goals, 14 assists, good for 22 points. Maxime Prohorkin, the second best goal scorer on this team. 11 and 17 is awesome. But when you have a guy with 17, it kind of overshadows you. But I don't forget. 20 points, 17 games. He's such a good player. He is the future of this team. 51 goals in the regular season. He just keeps going up and up and up. But this is, I believe, his third straight Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, his rookie season, we lost. Second season, we lost in Game 7. He wants to go out there and prove that he is a player that can finish out the playoffs. Win the elusive Stanley Cup to him so far. Kilo Fallon with 19, so make that 5 players over a point per game so far. Really good series for him. He scored a few very important goals there that series. Bobby Friesen, the rookie, 18 years of age. 3rd overall pick last year. 3rd line center. This guy is going to be the next one. He is the future. He is going to be taking on the mantle of best player, I swear to God, in the next, I don't know, 5 years. Give him 4 years, and he will be the best player on this team. Jacques Giroux, quieter that round. 16 points. Was he I think I'm wrong. I don't know how many points he had through 12. But he had a good that was a pretty good round for him. Ole Jorgensen scored a few really important goals there. 12 points, 17 games. That is exactly why we traded for you. Carol Hansel also scored a few really important ones. 7 points. Zach Baton with 7. Mackinnon with 6. 3 goals, 3 assists. A few guys scored. We beat them like 7-2, 7-3 one of those games. And he scored 2 straight, so that's where most of his production comes from. And now, very surprisingly, a guy that we picked up in free agency. Signed him to a really good contract, 2 years. Put him in the AHL all season. I can't recall his stats. 67 points in 76 games. Almost a 30-goal campaign. Coming to the postseason, I mean, how many points did he have through their postseason? Cleveland, he had 4 points in 9 games. Was a -4, but he's come up here and he's lit a spark. Three assists is important. Hasn't scored a goal yet, but I'm hoping for bigger things from him. Okay, defense. How's it looking so far? Abel Carlos. This is exactly the kind of steps he needed to take. As a defenseman and as a player in this league, if he wants to prove that he's worth more than his contract says, why he deserves to be one of the top defensemen on this team, he goes out there 17 points, 17 games. He's good. He's been clutch. 2 goals in that series, I believe. 1 game winner. Can't get much bigger than that. Stu Cam, pretty freaking good. I don't know. Yeah, that bottom pairing is garbage. -6, -4 for Felipe. Felipe? Why do I keep saying Felipe? Weird. The first time I try pronouncing it. They've just gotten worse. I don't know what it is. 2-way defender. Defensive defenseman. They look to be solid defensemen. I don't know what it is, but if we start losing games, then I will have to look at that. Jarvin wasn't bad. 6 points plus 11. Not too shabby. Pierre Jakobsen plus 24. That must be one of the best on this team, if not the best. What a beauty. Goalies. Kavanagh got slightly better. He has not been good. And he's usually our best postseason player. He steals us a lot of games. Not gonna lie. But man, oh man, he's been underwhelming. Our offense has had to bail us out plenty of times. We should have been gone 2 series ago. The Islanders could have beat us. Washington could have easily beat us. They had us beat until our offense was like, no. Montreal, they had their moments. That Game 1 victory until we lit a fire under this team. Don't know what it was, but Kavanagh, you haven't been good. You have not been good. You need to prove why you are the best goalie in Columbus Blue Jackets history. Speaking of history, the Dallas Stars and us have a little bit of history. So let's talk about it. I don't know how many years ago, but at the beginning of this franchise mode series, we had acquired Johnny Gaudreau, I believe via free agency. He wins us our first ever Stanley Cup, and then we go on a little bit of a downhill spiral from there. We're not the best. We make the postseason every year. We're a pretty good regular season team. Then we're like, okay, Dallas was pretty bad. We traded some picks around. We traded Johnny Gaudreau all the way over to Dallas. And I think we got Jamie Benn, but then he was just a cap dump. And then, I don't know if it was that year, we had faced them in the Stanley Cup Finals. I know, it might have been 2 years ago, because the first year we lost to Vancouver. And then the year after, we lost to Dallas in the Cup Finals. Which was devastating. Johnny Gaudreau won the Conn Smythe. Johnny Gaudreau won the Conn Smythe for us as well. But not since have we fought each other. Now, first round they beat Vancouver, which is a very damn good Vancouver team. They beat a really good Avalanche team. And then they beat LA in Game 7. I believe they were down 2-0 to LA. I might be mistaken, but they came here to win a Stanley Cup. Their third Stanley Cup in franchise history. I'm not sure. But how and why are they here? Are they as good as their record shows? Dallas Stars. You know what? Let's start from the top. Chris Cunningham, first overall pick 4 seasons ago, because the draft this year hasn't happened. 4 drafts ago, 22 years of age. Let's see how he has done. Holy Jesus Christ. First year, fantastic. I think he won the Calder that year. Second year, dips down a bit, misses a bunch of games. Then he goes off the next year for 103, 105. Then he dips down production-wise. 23 goals, had never been below 30. 81 points is nothing to be mad about. But some reason, they're here in the finals. Davis Donald, former Winnipeg Jet. Oh, wow. So they are a dynamic trio, just like our team. Johnny Bertuzzi, I believe, yeah. Jesus, first overall pick. Donald, second overall pick. So that line is just the lottery line, is what I will dub them. Yikes. They're a good line. That might be the reason they are here. Scoring all of their goals, assisting on absolutely everything. He is young and he's looking for his first ever Stanley Cup. Their second line center, Hector, Burhowski. 83 overall, 30 years of age. Not a bad centerman. I don't know if he's a second-line centerman per se, but he has some good wingers. Kale Modine. Then you got Ivan Krebishkov. Now, I believe Krebishkov is a solid NHL player. I can't recall, but I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen a bunch of this guy. Or maybe I'm just crazy. No, you know where I remember Krebishkov? I remember that we had a defenseman named Krebishkov. But this is Krebishkov. The more you know. Third line, Matti Hakkinen. 25 years of age. He looks to be a pretty solid player. Putting up decent numbers in the postseason so far. His wingers, Braylon? Who looks at a baby and goes, Braylon? I don't know, just go Bray. Or like Timo Solani, that's a dope name. Or Matty. And then you got Timu. Oh my god, all these names. It looks like you just hit your face off a keyboard and you're like, yep, throw in a bit of A's, throw in a bit of I's, and you're fine. Kolmanainen. Dope, I got that right. Fourth line center, William Eklund, 35 years of age. He seems to be hunkering down that line. He is a -9, though. So maybe we capitalize on that. Our fourth line has been good this postseason. Wingers are Lionel Harding, and then you got Valery Semenov. So that first line is scary. The rest of the lineup, it's solid. But you can tell that their first line carries them. Defense. Yes, Steve Ernie makes it to the Stanley Cup Finals yet again. Playing for us last year in 23 games. Not bad. He was a solid postseason performer. 8 points. Relatively the same in Dallas. He was a rental for us, and he's looking to win a Stanley Cup. I hope he doesn't win a Stanley Cup. But who knows? Owen Power. Then you got McIver, Lewis, Cashman, and Bylsma. Not as solid as Montreal. And I'm surprised Montreal let in so many goals. I don't know what it is. Team can have a terrible defense, not allow any goals. Team can have a great offense, allow every goal. I don't know what it is, but Steve Ernie seems to be their powerhouse. Goaltending. Carter Phillips, their starting goaltender, drafted 6 years ago. You know what? Not a bad regular season goalie. I never see this guy at the top of the league. 40 wins, 906, not 290. That ain't shabby. How has he been in the postseason? 915 isn't bad. He's been better than Kavanagh. Their backup is Gregor Peltier. Scratch players. Lapinainen, and then you got Raleigh. So I can tell. They have a really, really solid goalie, and their top line is just phenomenal. Like one of the best, if not the best line. No, they're the lottery line. But we are so good. Up and down the lineup, we are the better team. We are, and there's no excuses. If, and, or buts. If we don't win this series, it's been a disappointment. Let's get this bread. Game number 1, we have home ice. They won 50-plus games. They've been here before. We have our history. Let's be on the right side this time. First period. 1-0. Donald scores, leaving us scoreless. We outshoot them 8-7. Shots are pretty low. Second period. Okay, we take the lead, scoring 3 straight. Stu Cam, Abel Carlos shorthanded. How many times do you see a defenseman score shorthanded? And Ola Jorgensen getting the 3-1 lead, but then Chris Cunningham makes it a game. We outshoot them 24-15. Okay, come on, boys. Don't give them any hope, please. Krebishkov ties the game. Power play, come on. Jesus, who's taking penalties? Bobby Friesen, the rookie, in the postseason, getting it done. Is that enough? Is that enough for a Game 1 victory? Am I speaking too soon? Probably. Hansel scores the third line, getting it done in Game number 1. We pick up the victory. Ole Jorgensen with the first star. That third line was absolutely incredible, and that is exactly what I expected. You know what? I know our first, maybe second line might get shut down, but our depth this year is the best it's ever been. I'm talking ever. Good Game 1 victory over the Stars. Game 2, let's take both. First period. Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Carter Phillips is dead. Joshua Waugh scores early. Prohorken just a minute after that. Fallon, 40 seconds after that. 2 minutes later, Fallon again. Ole Jorgensen. And their backup goalie is now in the net. 5 goals on 12 shots. They only put up 8. Second period. Game stays even, so a bit more fight from the Dallas Stars. Shots are 14-25 in our favor. Third period. Come on. Come on. Don't. Swear to God you give up this lead. I turn off the PlayStation, never record a game again. Power play. Burhowski scores. It's 5-1, but that might be a little too late as Prohorken's like, yeah, stop what you're doing right now. 35 shots already. 6-1. Looks like we will take both on home ice. Held headed back to Dallas, and Swanson gets his first of the postseason, putting the stamp on game number 2, heading out of Dallas, and we are heading to Dallas for game number 3. We hold a commanding 2-0 series lead, but everything can change just like that. American Airlines Center, say hello to Columbus, the President's Trophy winning team. Game number 3. This is important. This changes the tide of the series, the postseason, the year. This is important. First period, 1-1. They put up a bit more fight there. Rabbit scores. Piton ties it up for 42 remaining. So the depth getting it done so far here. So first, lines are canceling out each other. Maybe I play around with that, but we are leading 2-0 in the series. If we can pick up a win here. God damn it, Columbus, please. Second period, 2-1. Matthew Savoie, power play goal. He's not a goal per game anymore, but that's 18 in 19 games, I think. Nope. 18 in 20 games. That's still really good. Shots are in their favor, 25-16. It is a close one. Third period. Come on, Columbus. Get one early. Come on. Don't make this a game. Just walk away with it. Samu Makinen, the fourth line center, making it a 2-goal game in game number 3. 8 minutes remaining. Half the period remaining. Power play for Dallas. We kill it off. That is the momentum killer. Giroux scores 4-1. And it looks like we have a commanding 3-0 series lead against the Dallas Stars. Kavanaugh with a solid outing. I will give you no credit. No credit whatsoever because I don't trust you. 18 goals in 20 games. Matthew Savoie has been an MVP. There's a lot of guys to choose from in this lineup. But first you have to finish it. Game number 4. We have a chance to win our franchise's fifth Stanley Cup. First period, 1-0. Rabbit scores his second in 2 games. Shots are in our favor, 8-6. Plenty of time to play this game. Plenty of minutes. 40 to be exact, or more if needed. Second period. Okay, Swanson ties the game, his second of the postseason. Both of them coming in the finals, making a name for himself. Remember that name. Matthew Savoie, 19th and 21st game. He might be the Conn Smythe winner, but we have to finish it. Shots are in our favor by 7, 21-14. Third period. Come on, Columbus. Come on. Alfredson scores. He's been bad most of the postseason, but that might be enough to do it. 10 minutes remaining. 7, 6, 5, 4, 5th straight French. Oh my God. So we finally get it done. 3 straight years in the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't know how we did it. We finally pulled it off. It's been a while since it felt this good. 2 straight Game 7s in OT. Kavanaugh gets it done. Not gonna lie, I'm stupid and I didn't enter OT, or not OT, but the last minute of the period quick enough. I don't know. This is a post-editing thing. Post-editing? This is an editing thing. I'm just adding my voice in here. Just add footage of another Stanley Cup victory to make it seem sweet. But I want to thank everybody at home for watching this series. I don't know if it's over, but thank you so much for watching this franchise mode. Might not be over, but this might be the best it gets. Who knows? Guess you'll have to find out in the next one. Enjoy this Stanley Cup, boys. Everybody at home, you deserve it.